In Korea, a cafe is commonly known as a meeting place. There are many different types of cafes in Korea: chain cafes, local cafes, and theme cafes. Because of a multitude of cafes, it's important for the cafes to be different and unique in this competitive environment. Korea has a big cafe culture because of how densely populated it is. Since real estate in Seoul can be incredibly expensive and many apartments are small, Koreans prefer to meet at cafes rather than their homes. It is also common in Korean culture for people to live with their parents until they are married, so cafes can be places where people can meet friends, have dates, or alone time. All the cafes I went to were affordable and range between 3,000 to 15,000 won depending on what you buy. Ayat Cafe is located right next to Ayajin Beach in Gangwon-do. It is a nice cafe for beach lovers and it has a great view of the ocean. A few scenes in the Korean drama It's Okay Not to Be Okay were shot here. The ocean felt very cold, but I still went for a swim and it was very refreshing. Bingsu is a Korean dessert that is made out of shaved ice and sweet toppings such as fruit, condensed milk, red bean, and more. It is a popular dessert to eat in the summer to help cool down from the hot and humid weather. Seolbing is a well-known bingsu chain cafe. This is a photo of injeolmi 꿀떡, which is a rice cake that has honey inside and injeolmi powder sprinkled on top. My favorite type of bingsu is mango bingsu. There are many different types of animal cafes in Korea. These cafes, along with other themed cafes, are not about the coffee or food, but more about the specific experiences they offer. The animal cafes that I went to were a cat cafe, fish cafe, and an animal cafe. The animal cafe had all kinds of animals, including a raccoon, bunnies, snakes, fish, and more. Small apartments and a busy lifestyle may not allow Koreans to have pets at home, so these cafes allow interactions with animals without having the responsibility of owning them. Archery is a main type of martial art in Korea. Archery has a long history in Korean culture as it was used since the Goryeo and Joseon dynasties. This was my first time trying out archery, so I received a lesson before recording my scores. The instructor here gave me a well-taught lesson and I had an enjoyable time. I definitely would like to go back before leaving Korea. Manhwa or comic book cafes are a great place to rest. These cafes are very quiet and are spaces where you can take your shoes off, lay down, and even take a nap. The manhwa cafe I went to had a treehouse setup which was very cute and comfortable. I was able to practice reading Korean because all the comics were written in Korean. Bye, thanks for listening.